go. That sucks, and you have to pay for this shitty internet speeds. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yes, this is what I was doing. I just brought this home. Now I've got a set of XO somewhere in this mess. Here it is. Oh no, I didn't end the stream. Oh crap. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm watching my own stream. And we are back. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but that must have been the internet blinking. Like I said, it's been doing it for weeks. Luckily, it only lasted less than a minute. But I looked over at my stream because, like I say, I watched my stream and it was gone. I did a refresh and it came right back. So, yeah, expect that. Lucky it only happened once in 5 hours. So let's see, I got a left leg, a right leg, and a torso. Okay, so here's the left arm. And I've already got the torso. Okay, well that's a Mark II torso. And I don't plan on upgrading any of these yet. Right now, you jinxed it. Could be. Yeah, so let me tell you, Sid, about the weight. Uh, the, I broke it somehow. I used to have this settlement transfer hat that gave me 2,000 pound carry weight extra. Because it gets monotonous to get up to 200 pounds and then have to do all this weight management. Early game, I do that. I don't use any weight cheats. But I don't know, somewhere around level 10 or 20, I don't know where it is. Eventually, there becomes a point where I felt like I paid my dues and it's time to use a little cheat. So I put that hat on at times. So it gave me 2,000 extra weight. And something happened. I wasn't paying enough attention, but I took it off and I put it back on, and maybe I hit two buttons at the same time, but all of a sudden my carry weight went up to 4,000 and I wasn't even wearing the hat anymore. I can't get it to go away. Somehow I activated a glitch or a bug and I can't make it go away. Maybe if I did a new playthrough, it would go away. I think that's what would happen. Slightly before that happened, I had a horrific mistake happen. I couldn't believe it. I was trying to put ballistic weave on a hat that I took off of one of my NPC settlers. Hello, Witchy, you're back. Yeah, I was only out for about 10 seconds. I did a quick refresh and mine came right back up, but you never know. The internet is being weird. Yeah, not sure, weird. Yeah, it's weird. So I put this hat on and I weighed 150 billion pounds. There were so many digits in that number. It was like it was over a billion. There was like 12, 15 digits in this number. That's how, because I was like, how did I get over encumbered? How come I'm walking at a crawl? I look at how much weight I'm carrying. I couldn't believe they could fit that many digits. 150 billion pounds, how the hell did that happen? I take the hat off, well, that didn't help. I had to go back to a previous save, and it went away. Thank God. Because I would have broke the playthrough. Probably if I go back to a farther back enough save, I could get that weight to disappear. Which I'm pretty sure what's going on with my internet is, a couple months ago, we had a very bad tropical storm, hurricane, and it made it to my part of the country. And it was devastating. I didn't have power for a week. There were trees across the road, almost everywhere. You couldn't drive straight home. You were lucky to find a path to get home. There were so many trees across the road. Power lines down like I've never seen in my life. We get tropical storms here. We get an occasional hurricane. We get blizzards. We get a blizzard every year, thereabouts. Sometimes two a year. Lots of snow, lots of ice, lots of wind. You know, I've seen bad power outages. I've never seen one this bad. Well, it took them a week to get the power up, but on a wing and a prayer, band-aids and shoestrings. They're still fixing it the way it's supposed to be. They got it up and running, and the same thing with all the internet wires. They're still recovering. They still got crews out there tightening up poor patch jobs. I'm so happy we don't have weather like that here. Sure, we can have heavy wet snow on trees. They can fall on power cables. That ice fucking sucks. Slipping and sliding while driving is awful. I know a lineman, and he says the worst thing is wind, as far as knocking out your power, knocking down the lines. It's wind. It's not the snow load, it's not the ice load, it's the wind. Of course, the snow and ice does it too, but wind is worse. Wind is worse. Did I get rid of that stuff. I don't remember if I did or not. I meant to. I meant to go in here and store it. And I don't, there it is. There it is. So when this 4,000 weight capacity first happened to me, I'm like, okay, well, let's try to just ignore it. Let's just, even though I can carry 4,000 pounds, let's not. And now at this point, level 45, whatever, I just accept it. I don't care. Every once in a while, I just download a bunch of stuff. Yeah, wind is way worse. Yeah, I live in Indiana. Winter is rough. Yeah, I knew you did, King. I live in Connecticut, so those hurricanes come up the coast, and every once in a while they make it up as far as I do. And King's ready to launch. What kind of build are you going for? Have you thought about it yet? You doing any mods? Do you have a mod manager? It's like a kid in a candy store. Ultra, there you go. I remember Sid. Yes, he is. He's starting Fallout 4. He's played it 3 times on PS4. I'm assuming unmodded. But he's got a pretty good rig of a PC. I've seen him stream, so I'm pretty sure he's playing on this is a PC download. Show no mercy. Speak to Elder Maxim. Welcome to the dark side. We have pie. Yeah, my PC is okay. I forget the specs. I know we talked about it once. It was a respectable rig. There we go. That's where I want to go.
In my experience, hot shots and big mouths end up as closed caskets.
I think she was insinuating I was a hot shot and a big mouth. No, that's not a bad card. Not at all. I think the 970, like I got the 9, let's see, I got the 1080. I think it'll support 3 monitors.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
For the Brotherhood.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals.
Uh-oh.
So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have 2 missions for you to complete. First and foremost,
Thanks for hanging out,
bring
Sid.
that holotape to Proctor Ingram.
Always a
right away.
pleasure.
There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
We're getting next to end game here. Now all these factions are doing their end game play. The Institute wants to start Bunker Hill. Now they want me to bring Madison Lee down here. I don't want to do this.
We don't have time for this, Knight. Say something.
I'm gonna break.
Come back here, Knight. You aren't going near that teleporter until you've heard me out.
I'm not coming back to you. Let's see, is this the way out? Flight deck. I still got too many other quests to do outside the wire. Okay, so I gotta do a load. Where is that? Oh, that's Fort Strong on the way out. Oh man, I didn't do any saves up at the Sanctuary. Damn. See, once you start this quest, oh no, I gotta do this whole thing again? I don't want to do that. Really? That's my choice? 2 hours between saves. Oh no. Okay. So we go here. I think this might work. And then we don't talk to him. Sweet. So we don't finish this show no mercy. We don't speak to Elder Maxim. Because once you start this mission, all the scribes in the Brotherhood of Steel largely leave the Boston police station, so you can't do these quartermaster quests, and you can't do these cleansing the Commonwealth quests. You've progressed too far, and you lock out these quests. I'm pretty sure of that. Eliminate the courser. Okay, so this is a railroad quest. Let's go with that. Yeah, so this is starting end game. We're getting into end game quest like stuff that gets a little tricky. I forgot where I was going. Hold my hand, thank you. This one's kind of fun. This is a nice little shoot fest if I remember it right. Not the one I thought it was. Not the one I thought it was. Let's see. Oh. Well, I blew my shot. Now I remember this location. And about a half a... There's a headshot. Whoa. Was that a miss? Am I really missing him? I hit him that time. Those were misses. Yeah, really. That particle beam whizzing by his ear. Ah, I know the Sim settlement. Yeah, the AI build their own houses. It is cool. I watched the guy do it. He explained it to me. I saw the outcome. I really liked it. Of course, I like building my own settlements, so... But I like the uniqueness. It's a different kind of a build. What I was wondering is, could I mix it with my own build? Not notice. Same like Skyrim, sneak around and shot an arrow in someone's head, and he says, "Huh? Someone there?" Right, must be my internet. Yeah. These games do it all the time. I go in there with my anti-tank rifle, kaboom, and some raider goes, "Huh? What's that?" Must have been nothing. And I've tried it. You know, it doesn't matter if you're playing on easy or difficult. The AI doesn't get any dumber or any smarter. They just turn into bullet sponges. In Skyrim, they'd be like blind. I'd be sneaking. You know, I'd take a shot at someone, they wouldn't die, so they'd aggro, and they're running around looking for me. And unless they bumped right into me, walked right into me, they didn't see me. Thanks for streaming tonight. Thanks, King. Hey, enjoy your game, man. Enjoy your game. Thank you. Thank you. I enjoy streaming too. I really do. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this winter, this break. You know, I stream a lot in the winter time, and I'm looking at a few different games. I'll probably bounce around play a couple different games during the same night. Now what's up with that? How did that miss? I don't know what's going on. Following since March 2019. Yeah, last year. March. Yeah. Yeah, that winter where I streamed a lot. Unfortunately, March is towards the end of my stream season. Somewhere around March or April, I have to start to get out, and that's when things come to a screeching halt, unfortunately. I'm going to try to remedy that and not do that anymore. I gotta stream at least on the weekend, at least once a week. I can't. I can't let my wife overwork me. I have to just say no. Oh, Richie. Well, I can tell you, I think you can bring your cursor and park it right on your name and click on it. Witchy has been following since December 31st, 2019. And you created your under Witchy Wish. You used to have another name that it escapes me right now, but that's how you can tell. And you can just put the cursor on your name and click. Yeah, King, March 5th, 2019. Started your account in 2016. Did I stream on New Year's Eve? I might have. It is entirely possible. Jenny SWE, that was it, Jenny? I'd forgotten. Gotta be careful what you tell me though, because I remember a lot of stuff. Don't tell me anything you wished I'd forget. It's quite possible that I streamed on New Year's, because as far as I'm concerned, New Year's isn't a reason to go drinking and go to parties. I don't go to New Year's parties. It's cold, so possible. Entirely possible. It's very probable. What else would I do? People always messed up SWE, so I use this account instead. Oh, is the SWE for Sweden? Like an abbreviation. Yeah. I've got another follower. I've talked at length for a long time. Samu, Finland. He's from Finland, obviously. So I think I know what happened. Haven't started yet, huh? Oh, you can download mods for hours, right? You know how that goes. I think I know why those synths didn't react to my shot. They don't look at me as an enemy. So I was not one shooting them. I was hitting them, but not killing them. And one shot wasn't enough to aggro them. Because I'm still friends with the Institute. It's the same thing with the Brotherhood that happened earlier when I was doing Libertalia. The Brotherhood stepped in and I shot a scribe to death right in front of one of the Brotherhoods in the power armor, and the guy didn't even react. He didn't aggro on me. He just totally ignored me. Weird. I'm not feeling good about this weapon. Something makes me want to think that energy weapons are slightly less effective on synths. I don't know why. Maybe because the energy weapon is the weapon of choice from the Institute? That's going to be a real bad idea if you start changing all the time and never get anywhere in game because you have to restart. Yeah, they're a blessing and a curse, Witchy. They're what makes the game fresh and so playable. There's so many different ways to mod the game. And it's so easy to go overboard. Just mod after mod after mod. You know, like a kid in a candy store. But once you've done it enough...
All systems nominal.
Didn't that hurt? See, he didn't aggro and I just blew his dick off. So what was he doing? Sleeping out here? What the hell was he doing laying on his back right here? See, I told you I shot it right off. He just gets up and lets me shoot him again. Feel bad, but not really. Well, you know that saying, mod it till you break it. When I first started modding my game, that's what I did. So you have a few bad experiences, and eventually you dial it in. My Skyrim game cannot agree more. Over 500 mods, and my computer has trouble handling the graphic upgrades. Wow. Now, I thought that the weak link is the game engine. I don't know what the specs are on your computer. It might not be your computer, Witchy. It might be the game engine. I know my rig is a real powerful rig, and it can handle a lot, but it looks so good. Mostly have texture. And the way it was explained to me, it depends on what kind of textures, and he used the term mesh, which is pretty similar. There's probably some kind of a difference, but meshes, textures, those graphic upgrades in resolution, those are very demanding. They're very demanding. Like your vegetation overhauls, your water overhauls, those global meshes. You know, downloading an OP weapon, more trees, yeah. Those can be very taxing on the system. And I think it's the engine that is the bottleneck. It could be your computer. It depends on what you have for a computer. Your graphics card, your GRAM. The other mods are for more realism and NPC behavior. Okay. I don't know how taxing those would be. But you know, it's all intertwined. It's not just GRAM. You got a CPU that needs to handle this stuff, and you got to have enough RAM because it's manipulating data. You know, it's pulling all those bits through your CPU into your GRAM, out of your GRAM into a into your RAM, and it's cycling this stuff around back and forth and through, and storing it in hard drives at lightning speed, right? I always like to add survival part in the game: food, water, sleep. I did that one for Skyrim. You even had to bathe. You had to have a bar of soap, and you had to stand in water. And over time you would get dirty, and it would start to affect your stats. Just like lack of sleep and all that stuff in Skyrim. But there was the food too. And it was fun. But then I got bored with it. It started to become grindy. Oh! Almost got me. I'm switching weapons. Let's see, what door did I come in? That one. Got it. I try to role play a character. I get to the point where I do something similar. Early game, something I like min-max, because you're so squishy. You're just trying to stay alive. But at some point in the game, it's like, I want to wear this kind of armor, and I want to use these kind of skills because that's the role I want to play. Yeah, I could have better stats. It's not min, it's not max, but this is who I want to be. So then you're role playing and you're not min maxing anymore. Yeah, min max is fun. I do it for survival purposes. Like when I get out of Vault 111 and I go down into Concord and I start killing those raiders, I will wear their armor because it's better than nothing. You got an armor class of what, 3? So now you got an armor class of what, 5, 9? I'll wear anything. But at some point, I start to role play and I refuse to wear raider armor, gunner armor, boss armor, institute armor, enemy armor. One of these pages works. Maybe not. That's the reason why I'm looking so much forward to playing that Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. There are so many, the character creation, there are so many variables. You can be so many different characters in mostly mixtures of characters. It's okay. Well, it took 4 shots, but I can put 4 shots into him a lot quicker than I can put 2 shots into him.
Down.
Like that. Took an awful lot of shots to put him down, though. But the DPS from this weapon is a lot. It's a lot. And the kickback is almost non-existent. I didn't kill you guys. Who killed you guys? I thought I was here once already this playthrough, except it was full of raiders. That's one of my negatives about this game is they'll use the same setting several different times for several different factions. You know, the railroad is sending me here to get a courser. Somebody else sent me here to clear out raiders. It's a common theme. I never get the end of this story, and I guess we're not meant to. I don't think we get any map markers or quests out of this. But that story about the girl who says she's found something and somebody takes her seriously and there's extortion involved and it's a conspiracy type thing. And nothing ever comes of it. I think you end up just finding her dead somewhere or something. Oh.
Sweet.
And for me, the role playing is extremely important. That's the whole reason why I play video games, period. But the longer story is, I was a dungeon master for well over 10 years. We were talking about that a little bit earlier, 2nd edition, 1st edition. And we had such a blast. Oh my God. I don't know how to emphasize how much fun we had. And I don't want to make the story take a long time. We played for years. Oh, like I said, 10 years, could have been 15 years. But, you know, I was the DM. And I got really good at it. Help defend Jamaica Plain. Let's see how long you tell me. Let's see how long it takes until you tell me I failed to defend Jamaica Plain. I wanted to play. It's totally different when you DM. When you DM, the only thing you don't know what's going to happen is what the dice is going to roll. You're the puppet master. You're pulling all the strings. You know almost everything that's going on. You just don't know, are the players' dice rolls going to succeed or not? And you just generate the game for them. I wanted to play. Because when you're the player, you know very little about what's going on, what's going to happen. All you know is anything can happen. It's all up to the imagination of the DM. And if he's playing the module, how well it's written, yada, yada, yada. How much material you have at your disposal. You know, by then I probably had a small library. Say what, 40 pounds of books, manuals, modules, rule sets, all that stuff. Okay, now once I jump down there, we're in it. Poof! Here, let's do this.
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed.
What? All I did was blow up some baby Mirelurks. Let's see if I can avoid drinking this water. Now, okay. So I wanted to play. Bad. And, you know, someone says, I'll DM. They wanted to DM. They took a crack at it. They weren't that good. And someone else tried it. Really? Whoa. Took 2. I'm getting low on these things. I should probably stop being so free with them. So, longer story short, we went through several DMs and nobody could really do it justice. And there I am, left, not being able to play. And I don't know how the thought occurred to me. But somehow I got turned on to the video game RPG. Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4.
Yes.
So there I am, creating characters. Essentially playing D&D. And I was loving life. And I never turned back. Nice try. How come it won't let me take that egg? I'm spamming the A button. And so now my enthusiasm has been reborn because I'm finally learning. You know, where have you been all my life, right? I'm finally learning about these turn-based RPGs that are actually based on the rule sets for D&D. 5th edition, whatever edition, it's still D&D. Strength, charisma, dexterity, you know, initiative. Saving throws, spells, swords and boards, all that stuff, it's all there. But mostly the die rolls, the chances of success or failure. You can increase your chance of success or failure. Same here, friends quit playing tabletop. Yeah, all my friends, we stopped. We had as many as 10 guys in my basement sitting around a pool table with a piece of plywood over it. The chance things go horribly wrong. Yeah, you rolled nat 1 twice in a row. Here's one for you, witchy. I've told this story. It's just so it needs to be told. I don't know if I've ever said it in front of you. My brother rolled 1 dice short of 1 in a million. To roll a 1 in a million means you got to roll 6 zeros in a row, or 6 5s in a row, 6, whatever it is. You pick a 6-digit number and you have to roll it. He rolled 5 zeros in a row and then a 9. And not just playing around. He was trying to do something. Yahtzee, yeah. Yeah. I'll give you some flavor to the story. He was a min-maxer. He was a hoarder. He was a tank. And he had, you know, +5 swords, Vorpal swords. He had all the best equipment that the game... Oh, good. King's still here. You playing yet? Murder hobo. He had the Dragon lances. He just had the best equipment that game had to offer, and he had bags of holdings. He had so much crap on him. He was just the epitome of that guy. Well, one day he did something stupid where he put a bag of holding inside another bag of holding. And if you know the game, that is a very bad thing to do. The DM has worked hard on an amazing adventure, and the players just kill everything. Well, worse than that, what they would do, they wouldn't open the door. I'd have a whole, you know, I could have spent the weekend working on a creation, and it's behind this door. And when they go to open it, they get scared and they leave. And they go somewhere else and do something else. Okay, so I've been here. I'm wandering around. So to finish off the thing with my brother, so he puts a bag of holding in a bag of holding. So that's a bad thing. It's like creating a black hole, and all his gear got sucked into the vortices of nil space. Fifth dimension, black hole. Think of it however, you know, you think about it. It's not to be found. It's not on the prime material plane. It's on no plane. It's on some space in the nil space. I don't know how he survived. Probably strong magic. I don't remember. But there he is without any gear. Oh my God. You want to talk about maybe a grown man crying. He was crushed. He's like, well, no problem. I'm going to get it back. So every time we played, he was trolling nil space with a magic net. Basically, he's trolling the ocean for one particular fish. What are the odds?
No life signs detected.
This is what I was waiting to happen.
Hostile sensor readings detected.
Hostile. Horrible occurrence.
So I don't know how many weeks or months. Oh, I did it. I did it. Permadeath. And so once every game day, he got to roll the dice to see if his trolling of nil space was successful at finding his gear. Now, I don't remember what I told him he needed to roll. 10,000, 1 in 1,000. I don't know what I told him, but I came up with a number. And that day he rolled that number in spades. 5 zeros in a row. Never seen it happen before, except in Yahtzee. Damn, that synth helped you, and you murdered him. Yes, I did. And I didn't think twice about it. Well, I am totally anti-Institute. For some reason, it won't let me pick these eggs up. But it'll let me shoot them. Oh, let me pick that one up. But not that one. Watched the guy beat Fallout 4 permadeath, no hit. Yeah, I never seen him. Well, there's a couple guys that do it, but I think you're talking about the same guy, Vrexia. He's part of a no-hit team that they play like that. I've watched him play a lot. I never saw him actually complete it. He's got 6,000 hours plus in that game. He knows where everything is. I could never do that. For one thing, I'm not that good. But number two, yeah, Vrexia. He plays that character with the horns and the wings. He's got a really awesome mod set for character creation. Looks like it's based on the Lara Croft. He's got a couple characters. He's one of the most popular Fallout 4. He's almost always the head of the leaderboards, right? Anyone that's watched Fallout 4 is bound to have watched him. But I could never play a game over and over and over and over and over again like that. I can't do it. Now I've been talking to Witchy about kind of being Fallout 4 out. A little overexposed to Fallout 4 and Skyrim. Looking for something a little different. Which ties into what I was just talking about, is this whole D&D RPG thing. I found the game that's even more of an RPG than Oblivion was. Well, can I say that? No, I can't. Only in some respects. As far as character creation, there's more to the character creation. But it's turn-based. So it's not a free-for-all. You really get a sense that every single action counts. That's what I remember. One of the things I remember the most about D&D wasn't just, were you a mage? Were you a fighter? Were you going to swing a sword? Or were you going to pull your dagger? Were you going to throw a fireball? Were you going to throw an ice spell? It was keeping track of time. There was a clock running, and every second ticked away. If you lit a lantern, it would run out of oil in 4 hours. if you threw a certain spell, it would be over in 180 seconds. If you wanted to try to throw a certain spell, it would take 6 seconds to throw that spell. If you wanted to swing your sword, that was your turn, which was a minute. And you weren't going to be able to swing it again until the next minute. So all your actions were very closely tied in with the passage of time. There go the turn base. See, I just can't aggro him. Seems kind of unfair and cheaty, I don't know. But it's experience, and it's one less robot to help the Institute with their agenda. That was fun. See him bouncing around. Bang, 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 bang. I wanted to be more animated than that, but I could tell my headset was about to fly off my head. I think that is, yeah, that's his name. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's something new. Well, I guess like any game, it takes a certain type of person to enjoy watching it. I used to watch a guy play it. I'd sit on the same couch as him and watch him play. And at the time, it was mind-numbing. It took him so long to decide what each of his characters were going to do. Ah, 1 hour and 7 minutes. That's good enough timing. Just a quick interlude for breaking of tape. Stop recording. Yes.